big Rivers Conference boys soccer season for Hudson as they take on the Menomonie Mustangs. Menomonie will start with the ball here in the first half. And off we go. Menomonie starts the ball, drops it off, looking to play it up over the top. Good pressure they're coming. Calls Denning into action early. That's nice for a goalie to get a quick, easy touch on it. He's smartly off his line. And now Prater and Vergara underway for the Raiders. Vergara picks his head up, looking to go Phillipson over the top. He's able to connect with him. What a great first touch, taking it off his knee. Lovely done by Phillipson. He gets nicked a little bit there, trying to go around the defender. No harm, no foul. Goal kick Menomonie. Quite the opening 30 seconds here. End-to-end action. Denning coming off his line, kicking the ball outside of the 18. Phillipson taking a tumble in the box with a slight bit of contact. This keeps up. We're going to be in for a great night. Restart from Menomonie. Looks like it's going to be a giveaway there. First tub to Prater. Prater turns, maintains possession, surrounded about 3-4 players. Nice job by Sam Schultz there. Finds Prater. Now Lariah turns. Smartly done to lean. First touch, looking to maybe find Johnson. Finds Vergara instead. Vergara takes on one defender, finds Johnson out on the flank. He takes the first touch, looks to cross it into a pile of Menomonie players, but ooh, tough first touch there. Ball still in on Phillipson's feet. Gets stuck under his foot a little bit. Menomonie able to, no, not quite clear it up. Prater picks it up, drops it off to Schultz. Gets out wide Thompson, but he's going to look over the top for Vergara. Can't quite connect initially, but Vergara chases it down. Oh, what a nice little bit of skill there around one defender. Right, nice skill around two defenders. He can look, take a shot. That's, oh, just doesn't have the bend he was looking on. Struck it well. Was looking to curl it into the top post there, but instead it knuckled wide a little bit. Looked more dangerous than I think it in the end was. Fabulous opportunity, though. Great bit of individual skill there by Vergara, and unfortunate to not be rewarded with a goal. Menomonie with a restart. Throw in Mustangs. It's 12 Liam Schwartz is on the ball there. Back on the ball again for the Mustangs. Got the headband styling. Goes to clear it out. Vergara knocks it out again. It'll be Schwartz. Nope. Looks like it's going to be Riedman there with a throw in. Riedman into Lewandowski. Back to Frank. Frank was looking for a Schemenauer, but Phillipson finds it. Oh, I like the idea there by Thompson. I like the idea for the big touch, but it's just a little bit too big, especially on this turf where the ball runs a little faster. Great run coming up from his outside back position there, and nicely recognized by Phillipson. So a good, dangerous start for Hudson. Have had a shot early through Vergara. It's dangerous movement in the final third. Bodes well for the Raiders. Looking to clear it out there are the Mustangs. Cannot get it out. Hudson's had a lot of the ball here early. We're in the 4th minute of play of a big, oh, that's a dangerous play, and Menomonie's going to come up with it. That was number 11, Lewandowski. And now it's Zeklor. Zeklor with the spin. Still not able to clear it. Lariah finally is able to clear it out to Muthaden. Muthaden's going to look for Schultz, but again, that's given away. One back nicely there by the Mustangs, and falls to finally Captain Lean over to Ober. Splits the defenders and Muthaden. Nicely done. Colton Prater checks back. Drops it off to Cole Ober. Hudson looks for Sebastian. Oh, that's not good. That's Luke Lewandowski. Look, can he get around Alexine? He can. He takes a shot on goal. Oh, what a fantastic save early. Nice job by Corey Denny. Throws his hands up in a little bit of frustration. What a fabulous shot by Lewandowski there. Took a touch, got around the co-captain defender, and was able to blast the ball on goal and called Denny into some early action. Now here comes Hudson. Sam Schultz, nice little ball outside to Ryan Muthaden. Overlapping run by Vergara. Muthaden plays it nicely into that space. Vergara first touch carries him down towards the end line. A little bit maybe farther than he would have liked. Looks to clear it. Looks to cross it. Deflected out for a corner kick. First corner kick of the game for the Raiders. Short to Prater. Then to Vergara right away looking to shoot. Near post. Oh, and again Vergara is just painting both sides of the goal there without finding it. If we take the mean there for the third one, it's going to be right in the middle of the net. So 5th minute of play here. Hudson's got a couple shots on goal. Oh, excuse me, a couple shots, none on goal. Menomonie has a shot on goal. So in 5 minutes, it has been it's been a fun adventure. With Hayden here now on the ball for Hudson. They've certainly had more of the ball. Lewandowski, call for the foul. Quick restart, nope. Nariah looked like he was maybe going to go. Instead, Hudson will put some numbers up. Luke Johnson will step up to take it. Menomonie only has two men somewhat high, so Hudson's able to really push up. They don't have to worry about too much of a counter. Luke Johnson looking for maybe Sam Schultz running there, unable to get it over. Similar against Stillwater, they just put a lot of high balls in and were unable to do anything with them. Now Lean looks like he was trying to go for Johnson, one back by Menomonie. Number 10 there, Wilson was on the ball, and now to Lore. Gives it away, but it is cleared out for a Menomonie throw-in. That looks like it's going to be Liam Schwartz over there to take it. Schwartz with the headband. Great run there by the captain, number 8, Nate Frank. Frank still on the ball with Aiden shielding him, and then over to Schwartz. Looks to go over the top. Nice job by Cole Ober getting up and clearing that out. Now Ober settling it to Johnson. Johnson looking to find Prater, which he does. Prater, nice little cheeky back heel there over to Vergara. Great job defensively there by Reedman, but he clears it over just to Sam Schultz, who immediately plays it to Phillipson. Phillip takes the ball, great run there to draw a defender, create some space for him by Thompson. Looking for Vergara. Oh, what a nice run, and just couldn't connect. That was a great run, well recognized by Phillipson, and they just couldn't get it off the high bounce there. And now Hudson resets all the way back to Denning. Defender's going wide, creating space. Checking back is Lariah. Turns, head up. Looks like Phillipson's making a run. He's going to try and find him through that seam. Prater cuts it off instead. Touches around one defender. Oh, what a fantastic tackle. Really nicely done there. Big, tall, long legs by Jake Frenton, and he did a great job there. Luke Johnson on the ball. And back to him with Aiden. Hudson looking to really play at a high tempo and put a lot of pressure immediately. Make Menomonie move. Sam Schultz over the top to Phillipson. Phillipson takes 1-2 touches, and second one was a little bit more than it needed to be. Goal kick, Menomonie. Tyler Burr in goal for the Mustangs. Hits it into a field of players. Muthaden won it. Prater now on the ball. Looks like he's trying to curl it outside of the foot. Really nice idea. Just quite couldn't get it to Vergara's feet. And misses it there. And here come the Mustangs with Lore. Lore maintain. Oh, nice little spin there. Unable to execute. Good job by Lariah keeping his composure. Nick Thompson now. Back to Cole Ober and straight away up to Paul Phillipson. Oh, looks like it went off his shin guard, but that's okay. Thompson picks it up. Ended up being a nice pass. Nice quick play. One touch by Hudson. Love the aggression. Love the pace of play. Muthaden making a run. Looks like Schultz couldn't decide if it was going to Muthaden or Phillipson. But Lariah able to maintain possession. First time cross looking for Vergara. Nice the ball. Oh, and what a fabulous chance for the Raiders. Wonderfully done by Thomas Lariah there. First time ball. Saw Vergara in that little seam between the two central defenders. Put it right on his head. And Vergara again is just been so dangerous here at the start of the game. Can't quite find the frame of the goal, but you figure chances keep coming like that. He's going to start putting them away. And here he is again on the ball. To Prater. Prater picks that up, goes at 1, goes at 2, draws 3 defenders. Now back to Vergara. Has to chase it down. Keeps it in play. Looking to go around one defender. Nice job there. Really nicely done. Toby Reedman took it away from him nicely, but again, Hudson right back on the ball. Prater picks it up, turns 1 step over, 2 step overs, and then sprays it to a wide open Nick Thompson. Draws the defense. See if he can pull him apart a little bit. Phillipson now with the ball. Looks a quick turn back into Thompson, making a good run for the give and go. Can't get it back initially, but wins the ball back after a second effort. Nice job by Thompson. Keeps it in play. Oh, when he touches around. Oh, good skill there from the outside defender. Looks to play it to Lariah's feet. Drops it back. Prater unable to get it around Lariah, and that's only as far, looks like. But to Alex Brost, who's outside to Schwartz. Schwartz around Muthaden. And Sam Schultz, great positioning there in the center of the field to pick it off, and he restarts the Hudson attack right away to Vergara. Ryan Muthaden looking to make a run. Picks off. It goes into more of a support position. Vergara gives the ball up. Muthaden wins it back. Overlap there by Johnson. Splits the defenders to Vergara. Vergara was looking for Lariah. Can't get it to him. Cleared out only as far as Cole Ober. Again, Hudson with lots of pressure. Being willing to be patient, move the ball side to side. But it's real quick, decisive play from the Raiders. They're looking strong here at the start. Lariah winning the ball back to Johnson. Colton Prater looks like he's making a run into the corner. Nicely found there by Johnson. No one's going into the box, though. They got to get some numbers in there. Prater got 1-2 men on him. Johnson on the outside. And poked out. Throw in Raiders. Really nicely done there by Johnson and Prater, but then there were so many men hanging back. Johnson didn't have any options. Prater didn't have any options there to cross the ball in when he got it. Johnson with a long throw. Cleared out by Menomonie. And here we go on the counterattack. That's Adam Wilson. And he's going to draw a foul. Give Menomonie a chance to reset, recompose. We're in the 11th minute here in Hudson. Big Rivers Conference boys soccer between Menomonie and the Hudson Raiders. Menomonie Mustangs, Hudson Raiders. Score 0-0, but it's been as exciting as an 11-10 match so far. Lots of chances, lots of action. I think it must be said the best chance so far has come for Menomonie through Luke Lewandowski as he touched around Alex Lean in the 7th minute. Blasted a shot on the Hudson goal that Corey Denning smartly saved. Hudson certainly had more chances, most of them through Santi Vergara, who's gotten himself in a number of dangerous positions, taken some fabulous shots, and just not quite found the frame of the goal yet. Here's Colton Prater. Phillipson with a run into the corner. Thompson in support. Drops it back. Deflected to Muthaden. Muthaden to Prater. Hudson setting up shop around the nice little give and go. Looking for the give and go. Nice job defensively. Well done there. Frank recognized that, dropped into a support position after his man was running, took up that space, won the ball back. To Lohr. Oh, no, Lohr couldn't quite connect with it. That means Nick Thompson's on it, and here come the Raiders. Paul Phillipson, Vergara at the far post. Phillipson looking for him. Great ball. Outside of his foot. Oh, God, just again. Everything but the kitchen sink, and unfortunately it looks like that's what they're going to need to score here. Ball just took an awkward bounce. Vergara couldn't quite get his body in a position to put a nice shot on goal. He did do a nice job to get it with his outside of his foot onto frame, but again, Hudson just keeping the pressure up. Back to Alex Lean, resetting, pulling out Menomonie back and forth, side to side, doing a nice job forcing Menomonie to move defensively, not letting them just bunker in. Prater taking on 1-2 players outside to Phillipson. Phillipson looking to cross in. Deflected. Menomonie on the ball here. Looks like that's Jake Fenton. He clears it out. And now we're off on the run. Oh, Nick Thompson does win it back. Nice job by Thompson to Sam Schultz. Got the big switch, it looks like. Still playing pretty narrow there. There's a lot of room out there for Luke Johnson to get on. It takes a shot, left-footed, on frame. That's what they need to do. You got to put the shots on frame. Looks like we've got first substitution of the match getting ready to happen here. Drew Osterhus sitting off. Probably not a bad idea. Hudson's created a lot of pressure 12 minutes in, but they haven't done anything with it. Give another forward a chance, see if he can make something happen. Alex Lean here, back to Corey Denning. Right over to, looking for Luke Johnson, and nearly found a Menomonie players. Thomas Laraya over to Sam Schultz. And now Thomas Laraya. Hudson just passing the ball around a little, making Menomonie work. Here comes Sam Schultz gesturing. He wants someone to make a run for him. No one does, so he maybe asks them to make the run by playing the ball up there. Menomonie's got the ball deep in their half. No pressure. Hudson just letting him have it. Alex Lane with a big switch to Luke Johnson, pardon me. And now here's Santi Vergara. Ryan Muthaden making the run, clearing out some space for Vergara. Vergara looking to split it through to Phillipson. He's going to find him. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness gracious. What a nice job by Phillipson. Back to Prater. Prater touch around one in front. Can he get a shot on goal? Slides it over to Muthaden. And how, boy, did he put it over. This looks like he's holding his leg maybe a little bit. Looked like there was a little bit of a collision there at the end between Muthaden and the defender. That's Jake Schwartz, I think. Or Liam Schwartz, excuse me. Looks like Muthaden is okay and had a really great opportunity. Now into the game for the Raiders. Number 24, Drew Osterhus. So Osterhus checks into the game for Phillipson. Or Phillipson's back into the game for Muthaden. So looks like it's Osterhus for Muthaden early. Ober. And now Larai again back to Phillipson here. Larai making a little bit of run. Prater in that space. Off to Thompson. Big switch looking for for Vergara. Can't quite find him. I like the idea. Vergara's got a lot of space. Got camped out last year. They had Chase Blackman who could put that ball about 80 yards at leisure, and that was a really great weapon for them. Nick Thompson doesn't quite have that much of a leg, but as a sophomore, he's got some room to go. A little cheeky back heel there from Sam Schultz, showing off a little bit of fancy skill there. Vergara looking to find Prater again. Prater can't quite settle it. Lorai is almost there, and there's Schwartz. And Hudson wins back as Adam Wilson was trying to get over it. And now long ball for Vergara again. Picks it up on the back post. He's got one runner. Osterhuis making the run, but it's knocked out nicely there by Wilson for a Hudson corner kick. Vergara taking it. Last time they took it quick, Prater ran over. Menomonie didn't do anything about it. Now they bring in a player again. So Prater takes it. Takes one push, two push. That's a foul. Number 12. Liam Schwartz called for the foul on Colton Prater. Vergara asking for 10 yards. It's a nice, dangerous position here. Wonder the way he's been playing tonight if he's not going to try a shot on goal here with this or just drive it hard at the goalie. Instead, back to Prater. He's got a man right on him. Lets it settle across, and he's going to take a shot. Ripped on the net. What a fantastic save. Oh, my goodness gracious. Prater drilled the ball near post, and Burr was up to the task. Quick reaction, punching it wide for another Hudson corner kick. Prater again over, asking for 10 yards. Schwartz not quite there yet. And now they're off and running. Prater carries along the end line back to Vergara. Vergara now has 1-2 men on him. Greatly poked away, but Vergara does manage to win it back. Captain Nate Frank's really done a nice job so far. Looking to flick it back post. Can't quite get it all the way over. Prater tries to settle under pressure. Is able to do so to Lorai. Back to Prater. A little behind him. Prater turns, looks for Lorai again. Bounces back to him. Chips it over the top to Thompson. Nice look, recognizing the space there. Thompson didn't quite have the run on, and it bounces off of him and out for a Menomonie goal kick. So better pressure again from the Raiders with a fantastic, fantastic shot. And an even better save from Burr. And here comes Menomonie. Lore on the ball. Tries to cut Lorai. Nicely done. Great double team. But, fantastic job by Lore to maintain possession. Given away, though, to Prater. Here's Prater. He's got unlucky. I don't know if that, couldn't see from up here if it was poked away or if he just tried to get it to Vergara and didn't quite have the touch on it. But he had a couple guys running on his right-hand side. Osterhuis and Phillipson. And now it's back in. One by Menomonie. Oh, what a great turn there. And now to Lore. Shadowed by Lorai. Nice job there by Frank filling in that space that had been vacated by Lore. And here comes one of the nicest constructed attacks of Menomonie, looking to go big to really no one. Ball falls to Frank, though, off of Ober's clearance. Frank over maybe to Lore or to Forrest Strong. Back to Frank's foot again. Kenny tries to split the two defenders. Unable to, and now here comes Prater. He's got 1, 2, 3 men on him. Stops, turns. Good job. Thompson over to Phillipson. Osterhuis making the corner run. Nicely recognized by Vergara. What a fabulous ball. What a fabulous ball. What's Osterhuis going to do with it? Drives it right at the goalie. He had Lorai making a nice run again. Good movement off the ball there from Hudson. Both from Osterhuis. Nicely recognized with a little first-time pass from Vergara. And then a nice run by Lorai to the far post. Osterhuis chose to shoot and put it right at Burr's bread basket there. Oh, Lore had guys out there on the left flank. Couldn't quite slip the ball through. Here's Phillipson again. Osterhuis going to the corner. Phillipson makes the run. Here's Osterhuis. Again, he's going to have an opportunity to cross. He's got Phillipson at the penalty spot. Phillipson at the penalty spot. Cuts it back. There's Prater. Prater first time shot. Rolling wide. Again, Hudson now started to have a little bit more flow to the attack. Osterhuis a couple times on that right flank has made some nice runs, put the ball in nice positions. But still, Hudson has been unable to convert those opportunities into goals. We're in the 20th minute of play. It's a 0-0 game between the Menomonie Mustangs and the Hudson Raiders. Hudson has had the better share of the ball and certainly more chances, but Menomonie has had a couple flowing attack opportunities, one of which off a turnover resulted in a really fabulous shot, an even better save, by number 11, Luke Lewandowski for the Mustangs, and an even better save by number 14, Corey Denning for the Raiders. Here's Osterhuis and the ball back to Thompson. Thompson time and space, crosses it first time, looking for Lariah, can't get it over the top there, and here come the Mustangs. Laura on the ball, cuts it back to his teammate Rudding. They've got numbers. We've got a 4-on-5. Nice job recovering there. Oh, what a cheeky little back heel. Great job back to Lore. Plays a little give and go. Oh, unfortunate that he couldn't execute that. They had an opportunity. They had time and space there. And here comes Lean again for the Raiders. Menomonie's got some numbers up. Sam Schultz on the ball. Looking for Luke Johnson. Sprays it a little bit wide. Johnson tries to keep it in. Great effort, just unable to do so. Now into the game for the Mustangs. Number 13, Conrad Clem. And entering the game for the Raiders, number 7, Cole Little. So Cole Little into the game for Hudson. Conrad Clem, absolutely fabulous German name, into the game for the Mustangs. Settled there by Santi Vergara. Looking for a run that wasn't there. That's been a little bit indicative of the couple games I've had the opportunity to watch with Hudson. Is there's a lot of good ideas and they aren't always on the same page. You've got a good ball played to a run that isn't there. You've got a good run and the ball doesn't get there. So Hudson's still got some kinks to work out offensively, but have looked much better doing it tonight. Here in the 22nd minute of play, Thomas Lariah on the ball for the Raiders. Back to Nick Thompson. Cole Little gets some of his first touches of the game to Lariah. Lariah nicely done under pressure. Cool, calm, composed. Big switch from Thompson to Johnson. Vergara there with a little bit of space. 2 runners in, nicely done. Great run by Cole Little. But again, got to get some men in the box. Tries to take on the defender one-on-one. Fantastic job there by Jacob Fenton. Plays it out to Lewandowski. Lewandowski dropping it back to Fenton again. Fenton looking for... Hard to tell there. Ooh, nice job there. Nice job by Adam Wilson. A good little bit of skill on the turn. Draws the foul. And Menomonie looking for the quick restart. Nice job by pressuring by Osterhues and by Prater. And they win the ball back for the Raiders. Oh, good job. Good skill by Prater. Looking to slide it through for Vergara. Just can't quite get it back. And they just aren't following up. They're kind of hanging back, Hudson is now. Some of the tempo that they brought early in the game starting to wane a little bit here. So in the 23rd minute of play, Osterhues in for a long throw opportunity, getting numbers in. Cole Little, Thomas Lariah, Prater, Vergara looking to flick on for Lariah. Oh, cheeky little back heel flick on right to Vergara's head. Cannot put it in the net, but puts it on frame. Saved there by Tyler Burr. Nice little bit of skill there by the Raiders. Tough to really get a ball with any kind of pace on it when it's coming that high and looping, so that's asking a lot for Vergara, but he did a fantastic job of redirecting it on frame. And here comes Hudson again. Osterhues over to Little. Little takes the contact, absorbs it, passes, finds Prater for 1-2. Little on the top of the box. There's Osterhues, first time cross, looking for Vergara. Vergara again with the flick header, and again just wide. If you're just joining us, we're in the 23rd minute of play. This is Big Rivers Conference boys soccer between the Menomonie Mustangs and the host Hudson Raiders. The score is 0-0. Hudson's had a lot of the ball. They've had a lot of the pressure, but really haven't had more but 1 or 2 really dangerous chances on net. Here comes Prater looking to make that change, and he does with a fantastic little Zidane-like turn and tucks it into the far post for the 1-0. Goal for the Raiders, scored by number 21, Colton Prater. Really, really, really nicely done there by Prater. Won the ball in traffic. Did a nice little pirouette turn there and then struck it right foot, rolling it nicely into the far post. Hudson's finally broken through, and we'll see if that changes a little bit of the game. They've certainly... Start the clock. Start the clock. See if that changes some things, as I was saying, pardon me. For the Raiders, they've had so much possession, they've had so many opportunities, but just haven't been able to really put it all together. And you wonder sometimes that first goal turns into more. As there's Vergara again. He is really playing aggressively tonight. Another nice save by Burr. Really like the effort there coming from Vergara. He's looking to score goals, which is what you want from your forward, and he's shooting the ball and he's putting it on frame or near it. Here's Prater again off to Vergara. Vergara got a one-on-one situation, now one-on-two. Carries across the middle, a lot of space there. Finds Sam Schultz looking to go back over the top for Vergara. Oh, that's a nice little exchange. Nice job defensively by Toby Reedman, but Vergara is able to win a corner kick for the Raiders. Again, looking to take it quick. Puts the ball down. Prater coming over. There's Prater and off to Vergara. Vergara takes one touch. You can look to shoot there. Yes, he is. Oh, again aggressive. Just inside the near post. But if you're Coach Solom jumping up and down on the sidelines there, very Sprite-like, kicking deftly and agilely, you have to like the effort you're getting there from your forward. Restart from Burr. Looking for Schwartz. Finds Vergara to Prater. Nice run by Osterhues. Taking two defenders with him. Little back to Prater. Lariah right away looking for the first time shot. A little bit more of a chip out of play. Phillipson set to come back in the game for the Raiders. Now entering the game for Hudson. Number 2, Paul Phillipson. Quite a round of applause there. I'm not sure if it's for the freshman Phillipson or the senior Vergara, or probably both. Certainly Vergara's effort and production have warranted the applause. And here comes Hudson, hungry for more. Gives the ball up, though. Oh, nicely won back by Lariah. Nice job there by Hudson. Splitting the defenders out of Prater. Nice job. Great work by Hudson. Great work by Hudson. Possessing the ball nicely. Very composed. And if you ever want to sound like a Midwesterner, try saying composed. Osterhues on the ball. He has Thompson, finds him. Back to Osterhues. Time and space. Can he get the cross in? Looks like it maybe was deflected, or he shanked it a little bit there. Reset. Good talk. You can hear it coming. Switch. Drops it back. Luke Johnson getting out wide. Open your hips, Luke. Nice job. Draws the defender out, and that creates space for Phillipson, pardon me. Phillipson to Lariah. Looking for the run by Luke Johnson. Can't find it, but recess. Ooh, dangerous ball there. Lord did a nice job getting back. Fortunate for Hudson that he was unable to pick it up. But here comes Menomonie right now. Lewandowski to Lore. And now Menomonie has a number situation. Hudson recovering nicely. But here comes Wilson. One-on-one with Ober on the flank. Can he do something? He's going to try and touch it past him. Ober does a really nice job there getting his body in between him and winning it back to Thompson. Fantastic defensive work there by Cole Ober. And played out nicely to feet and Sam Schultz. And here we go. Prater on the ball. A little bit of a big touch behind him. There's Osterhues making the run. He draws two defenders with him, and we're going to go that way anyways. Looked like Prater maybe was looking for Phillipson making the run, but in the end just kicks it up to Tyler Burr, Menomonie goalkeeper. 27th minute of play here. 28th minute now. It's a 1-0 lead for Hudson through Colton Prater in the 24th minute. Corey Denny on the ball, splits the forwards to a checking Thomas Lariah. Osterhues looking to make a run, sucking multiple defenders with him. Hudson content to play possession here. They're leading 1-0 and have had the vast majority of the possession. Menomonie set to make a change, check for Strong back into the game here at their next opportunity. Lariah now looking to come through to Phillipson. He's covered by three defenders. That's been the problem that Hudson's had, is there's just been times when they're trying to play long balls over the top, and their forwards aren't, other than Osterhues, big long ball target type of players. Menomonie's got numbers behind numbers. Oh, what a fabulous run and what a fabulous ball. Luke Johnson looking for the cross left far post. Oh, he cannot connect with it. Lariah there, Osterhues there, and neither of them can get a touch on the ball. What lovely skill, what lovely combination play as Prater sees the space. Johnson sees the space, plays it through to him. Two players recognize the far post run. Johnson puts it right there, and they're unable to put it in the net. Now into the game for the Mustangs, number 21, Forrest Strong. Sam Schultz on the ball for the Raiders. Colton Prater turns. Gets around one defender nicely. Slots it over to Lariah. His first touch fails him just a little bit, but he stays with it and wins the ball back over to Nick Thompson. Thompson to Lariah, settles it, shoots. Absolutely the right decision. Unable to execute exactly, but good idea by Lariah. Santi Vergara into the game for Hudson.
Checking back into the game for the Raiders, number 10, Santi Vergara.
Vergara in for Osterhues. I thought Drew did a nice job working on the right flank there for Hudson. Did a lot of running, creating some space for some other people. Got a number of crosses in. Did good work. And now Luke Johnson, as Hudson's on the attack. Vergara looking to make the right. Can Johnson find him? He looks like he's... Oh, no, does find Prater. I love the run there that Vergara was making. Johnson, not sure he was going to be able to make that pass, but here's Thompson on the ball on the flank. He's also done a nice job getting him from his outside back position. Cuts it back. Oh, great job by Nick. And he finds Cole Little in the box, around one. He carries it kind of into pressure, drives the ball on the near post. Really fantastic job by Little there. Keeping the ball on frame, keeping it low, but great positioning by Burr. And great positioning makes easy saves. View winning the ball in front of Lariah, but only back as far as Lean to Denning, and here come the Raiders again on the attack. Over on the ball. Over to Thompson. I love the pace of play of Hudson. Lots of two-touch, settle, look, move. One touch there by Prater. Taking it off the bounce, playing it nicely. And here comes Luke Johnson. There's a run into the corner by Cole Little. I love it. Opens up, turns, carries, looks to take on two defenders. They close. He gives it back. He overlaps there with Prater. Prater chooses to spray it all the way wide. I love the width that Thompson's providing there. He's staying outside the football lines, close to the edge of the soccer lines, which is what you want. That's tougher for a defense. You don't want to make it easy on him. And here comes Hudson. Oh, fantastic defensive job. Able to keep it in. Sliding tackle by Little. And it's out for a Menomonie goal kick. 31st minute of play. Somebody's looking for Trey outside my window. Hudson leading 1-0 off a 24th minute goal by Colton Prater. A really fabulous piece of individual skill, which is what it was going to take to break down this Menomonie defense. They'd done a nice job holding strong and preventing Hudson from really getting easy chances. And Prater was able to spin around one defender and slot the ball in. See if they can do it again. Again, Prater turning. Little switch with Vergara. Lovely recognition there by Thompson. Thompson putting the ball far post. Over to his counterpart on the other flank, Luke Johnson. Looking for Prater. Vu steps in nicely, but Prater wins the ball back. And they're going to reset through Sam Schultz. Schultz splitting the defense. Not good communication. Running that same space there, Vergara and Little. And Wilson's on the ball. Wilson looking for Vu. Thompson's going to win the ball back for Hudson. And Hudson starts their attack again. Lariah squares it for Schultz. Schultz takes one touch. Up for Phillipson. What a fantastic ball by Sam Schultz. Just a little over Phillipson's head. Wonder if he makes that run a little bit more from the outside in, if he's in a better position. But nice job around one defender. Fabulous tackle. My goodness gracious. Prater jumping over the same attempted tackle. Oh, really good work there. Really good work by Toby Reedman. But slotted it through. Here's Cole Little. Shot. And another great save. And another great save by Burr. Good work there. Good work by Cole Little to get in. Good work to get a shot on frame. Asking the goalie for a great save, and according to the scoreboard, it was a great save. Here's Vergara. Prater over. Now they're sending two Menomonie. They're still within the 10-yard area. And now Colton Prater going away. They've got one man in the box in front of the goal. He's playing really close to the near post. You put that far post, he's going to have a hard time getting back to it. He's backing up, and unable to hold on to it. Nice recognition there by Vergara that the goalie really snuck up. For some reason, it seemed like he was trying to play right up on the Hudson player, Thomas Lariah, instead of just allowing him to be in that space and having someone else mark him. And so, interesting. It looks like they're doing it again, but Vergara with the outswinger is not going to do that this time. Oh, what a nice turn by Prater. Prater looking for Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz, goal. Schultz from Prater in the 34th minute of play.
Goal for the Raiders, scored by number 9, Sam Schultz. Assisted on the play by Colton Prater. Schultz from Prater.
What a strike. Fabulous effort by Sam Schultz.
Now into the game for the Raiders, Drew Osterhus.
And with the score now 2-0 in the 34th minute of play, we restart as Menomonie's looking to see what they can do to get back into this game. Great effort from Wilson there to keep it in. Very composed defending from Ober. Open now giving away views over there. They put some numbers up. A little high pressure there by Menomonie and can pay off. Ball bounces off the hand there. Not called. Judged to have been incidental. And now Hudson. Oh, good turn by Sam Schultz. Saw that coming. Right to Prater in space, and they've got numbers. They've got numbers. Can they capitalize? Prater looking for the run of Osterhus. Great job defensively. And looks like we're going to have jumping over there. Foul on Vergara. Looks like he took a little bit of a knock. Not sure. And now the question is who's going to take that. Here in the 35th minute of play, a dangerous free kick. We're about not quite 30 yards out from goal. Schultz over there. Vergara over there. Prater's over there. Now Schultz walking away. Looks like a little conversation between Prater and Vergara. Referee blows his whistle. Prater over the top. Vergara looking to bend into the far post. Oh, my goodness. Great shot. Great save. Great soccer. This is just really fun stuff here tonight. Vergara is hungry for the goal. Running over to the corner kick to get the restart. Keep the pressure up. Fantastic effort from the senior. Raises his arm. Johnson making the run in. Looking the driven ball. Deflected out there by one of the Mustang players. Corner kick Hudson. Vergara again setting up quick. Colton Prater coming over. Love the quick restart. Prater looks to turn again as he did on the last goal. And then a little back heel of Vergara. Vergara crossing it in. Finds Laura. Oh my goodness. It's off the crossbar. Oh, what a great header by Thomas Laria. Unlucky to get it under the crossbar. And even unluckier that for the Raiders that the deflection fell right to Burr. To his credit, he maintained his composure. Maintained his alertness and was able to pick it up right away to prevent it becoming any more dangerous. Here's Prater again on the ball. Hudson maintaining the pressure, looking for that 3-0. Laria, good cut. Over to Thompson. Thompson looking for Phillipson's run into the corner. Didn't quite connect, runs out for a goal kick for the Mustangs. Hudson again in the last couple minutes have forced a couple of great saves out of Burr. Vergara off the free kick, which led to that series of corner kicks in which Thomas Laria nearly scored on a fabulous header that crushed the crossbar. Not to be confused with rocking the Casbah. Menomonie stringing some passes together here nicely. They're going to have to do more of that if they want to get back into this. Phillips in there to Vergara. Vergara turns and he's off and running. He's attacking one defender. Can he get around him? Yes, he can. Can he win it past the second? Unable to. Good physical play, but a nice job by the Menomonie defender there. Shot in, cleared out. Only as far as Johnson. Lewandowski chasing it down, allowed it to run out. Throw in for the Mustangs. It's nicely settled by Sam Schultz. Look for the big switch. Nope. Prater. Lean. Hudson again in a position of strength. They've had the lion's share of the possession. Good job back and forth there. Prater's really getting a lot of work in tonight. Good movement. Lean over to Johnson. Schultz with a lot of time and space. Prater making the run. Johnson splitting it for Osterhus. Osterhus settles. Here comes Luke Johnson. No overlap there. Settles off to provide support. Cut back to Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz takes one touch to Prater. Nice job dropped back defensively there. Prater over to Johnson. Got to keep the runs. We need the runs. We need the runs. Finds Osterhus. Oh, unable again. What a fabulous. Met the ball nicely, but not accurately enough to put it on frame. So Johnson finds Osterhus for the near chance. And a chance for the ball boy anyways to get a little bit of work in there behind the Menomonie goal. Burr with a goal kick right to Osterhus. Not the giveaway Menomonie wants at this point in the game. Osterhus picks his head up wondering what his options are. Johnson with the run down the left flank. One touch, two touch, goes around the defender nicely. Crosses the ball into Vergara, and there it is. It's finally broken through here in the 38th minute of play. Vergara from Johnson.
Goal for the Raiders, scored by number 10, Santi Vergara. Assisting on the play, Luke Johnson. Vergara from Johnson.
So now 38 minutes in, 3-0, as Santi Vergara finally took all the good work and effort that he had and turned it into some productivity there with a great headed goal off the cross from Luke Johnson. It was an errant goal kick from the goalkeeper. Drew Osterhus settled it nicely and then patiently found the run of Johnson. Johnson took a touch and put a spot-on cross right onto Vergara's head. He did not miss that time. He's done such good work, and he's been so dangerous. Great to see him get a goal for his efforts. Here comes Phillipson again. Keeping it in front of the... Oh, now past the defender. Now he's carrying it not too far. No, not too far. Looks to cut back to the penalty spot. Just nobody there for Hudson now with a 3-0 lead. Maybe that sense of urgency isn't there. From Vergara, it certainly is. Sam Schultz looking like trying to connect with Vergara. Little thumbs up, waving at each other. Can't always get what you want. Again, a little bit of an errant distribution there from Bird, right back to Johnson, but Frank was there. Now Lerai on the ball. Game's got a little bit sloppy since 3-0 in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Ooh, Phillipson taking a chance. Leaning back, toe up, means ball's going over. Entering the final 5 minutes here soon of the first half. Twilight, as the Phil Johnson coach Stillwater Ponies once called it. See if Hudson can capitalize here, get one more goal, put a little bit of distance between themselves and Menomonie in the final 5 minutes. It's always an ideal time to score. But here comes Menomonie. Oh, what a nice bit of skill going right around Schultz there. And here comes Vu. Vu back to Wilson. Frank, excuse me. Frank still on the ball. Frank here carrying, shielded by Lerai, looking to split. Nice job defensively. And Frank tries to kind of dribble into 2 players. Johnson smartly just clears it out over the head of Forstrong. Did it touch him? No, it did not. Throw in Menomonie. It's going to be taken by Toby Reedman. Reedman looking for Frank. Frank settling, but Lerai is shielding him nicely there. Back to Lean. Lean finds Schultz. Nice job there. Making it look easy with accurate, crisp passing. Over to Thompson. Looking for Prater. Unable to find him. Nicely cut off there. And then tried to get maybe a little bit cute instead of making the easy pass. And the runs on for Vergara. Is he going to be able to get there? Not quite. 41st minute to play. Hudson's leading 3-0 here in this Big Rivers Conference boys soccer match over the Menomonie Mustangs. Hudson's had the lion's share of possession, lion's share of chances. Menomonie was dangerous, especially early on. They had a couple of chances, one particularly by Luke Lewandowski that required a significant save from Corey Denny. But since then, Hudson settled into the game nicely. As you can see here, a lot of time and a lot of space. Johnson cuts it inside for Prater. A lot of space for Prater. He's got 3 defenders on him, but that means that Vergara doesn't have hardly any. They converge quickly, though, looking to split for Osterhus, but Johnson's right there. Johnson leaning back, kicking it over. First half winding down. Coach Solom still giving some instruction there from the sideline, gesturing authoritatively. As always, adequately supported by the bearded Kyle Flanagan. Ooh, a little bit of a shank. Burr's going to not take any chances, doesn't pick it up. I would think he would be able to pick it up there the way it careened off his defender's foot. I don't know that one would categorize that as a back pass, but he kept it safe, and Hudson's back on the attack here to Vergara. Vergara looking to turn. And he's going to try quite an optimistic shot from 30 yards with his back to the goal, leaning away. But the way he's been playing tonight, who knows? Anything's possible. Restart for Menomonie. Pressure by Schultz, one right back for the Raiders. Nice little bit, nice attempt there. Even better effort by Vergara, but again, Menomonie up to the task. Survived that pressure, but can't clear their half of the field. Sam Schultz does it for him, but only as far as his teammate Kolover, and we're back on attack for the Raiders with Colton Prater. Checking by Vergara. Looking to connect on the 1-2, but Frank is right there. Gives it away, though, back to Vergara. And again, can we get a 1-2 here? Prater turns to Vergara. Vergara trying to touch around 1, touch around 2, touch around 3, shoot. Third time's a charm for the Menomonie defense. But, fortunately falls to Phillipson for the Raiders. Trying to clear it out are the Mustangs, and it goes out for a goal kick off of Phillipson. Now in the 44th minute of play here, the first half. Hudson up 3-0. I'm looking for more. There's Luke Lewandowski. Pull over. Lariah to Schultz. Menomonie looking to go long. Can't do it. Oh, nice job by Frank. Great defensive pressure. Looking for a boot right away. Alex Lean in position to stop it. Sam Schultz spraying it over to Luke Johnson. Stretching the Menomonie defense. They've had just a lot of work to do. Up and down, back and forth. Hudson's done a nice job possessing the ball, moving them around. Good movement from Prater. Good movement from Vergara. Showing for the ball frequently. Nice job by Thompson. Nice job by Johnson on the flanks, outside defenders, providing a lot of width, forcing Menomonie to defend the entirety of their half of the field consistently, and that just drains on them. They have not made very many substitutions, and that's just going to wear them out over time. But they've done a nice job. They've been resolute despite a 3-0 deficit. Could have been a lot worse if not for some really good defending from the Mustangs. Nice split there. Lariah checking into that space, looking for Vergara. Lariah continuing his run. Vergara maybe trying to chip it over to Osterhues. One man on his back to Schultz, to Vergara. His marker left him now. Nicely found. Good ball. I love the pace. Phillipson, just unable. There's been a couple of times here.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It's the end of the first half.
And that is the end of the first half here in Hudson, with the Raiders leading the Mustangs by a score of 3-0. Raider goals in the first half. In the 24th minute, Colton Prater scored an individual effort. The lead was doubled in the 34th minute when Colton Prater found Sam Schultz off of a corner kick. And in the 38th minute, Santi Vergara, off a cross from Luke Johnson, headed the ball in for the 3-0. This has been Chuck Bublitz from Hudson Raider Field in Hudson, Wisconsin. We will see you in the second half. And welcome back to Raider Field here in Hudson for the second half of this evening's Big Rivers Conference boys soccer match, the opener for the Raiders and the Mustangs, between Hudson, Wisconsin, the Hudson Raiders, and the Menomonie Mustangs. It was an exciting first half. More so if you're a Hudson Raider fan, as they took a commanding 3-0 lead in the last 20 minutes of the first half. Menomonie held strong, played strong. But from the 24th to the 38th minute, Hudson scored 3 goals and settled into fairly constant pressure the last 10 or 15 minutes of the first half. But new half, new opportunity, new direction. See if Menomonie can reverse their fortunes as we go here. Sam Schultz right away going big at the start of the second half, looking for Osterhues, who did not start the game but now is starting the second half. Looks like Ryan Muthaden is down there getting a little bit of treatment from the trainer. He did take a knock off a shot in the first half. Has not been back in since. Hope he's okay. Here comes Menomonie. View. Plays first time pass and look into the corner. Just unable to keep it in there. Goal kick. Hudson. Some action for Corey Denning. He had a little bit of excitement in the first part of the first half. Had to make one really fabulous save early on and got a couple touches. Even within the first 10 seconds he got a touch. It's pretty quiet for him after that. And so good for him to get a little bit of action, stay warm. Menomonie coming with some high pressure. Great job by Lewandowski there. He had the best chance of the game for the Menomonie. Fantastic strike that required a fully extended save from Denning. Luke Johnson on the ball for Hudson. Drew Osterhues coming over for him. Shields the ball. Johnson looking for Prater, just unable to get it. Looked like he had some space. Phillipson pressure in there, but here is Wilson. over to Forrest Strong for Menomonie. Phillipson pressuring. Here's good pressure from Vergara, but not pressuring as a team. One guy running is not going to make everything. You can get around that. Hudson's got to figure out if they're going to pressure or not. There's Nick Thompson coming back. Nicely done by Ober to Phillipson. Phillipson takes a couple touches, carries. Vergara makes a run to the corner. Phillipson now cuts inside. 2 men follow him. Vergara looking to get the big over-the-top cross for Osterhues. Unlucky. Phillipson looking to let it run through his legs. Can't quite connect with it. Back only as far as Prater, though. Prater over the top for Osterhues. Oh, my goodness. Cannot quite get inside the defender. Great job there by the defender. Calls off Vergara. Takes a deflection. Easy save for Burr. Really nice job there. Osterhues had a little angle on the far post. And now it looks like we have an injured player down for Menomonie. It is Forrest Strong. Took a knee. And he took a little bit of a knock, it sounds like. Or it looks like, pardon me. And it's like 18 there. Toby Reedman's going to come into the game.
Now into the game for Menomonie, number 18, Toby Reedman.
Restart here. Reedman to the game for Menomonie. Ostjuice on the ball. And looks like we got a foul called on Menomonie. Prater to take it. Back to Lean. Thompson getting out wide for him. Opens up. Lerai making the run. Checking his Vergara. Little back heel. Very fancy skill there to Phillipson. Back to the Vergara. Can he touch around one? Slips. And, nearly taken away there by Prater. But Hudson keeping up the pressure. The ball does end up at Prater's feet. To Vergara. Prater makes the run. Cuts it off as a defender shadows him. Gets the ball back. Tries to cut. It's a lot of men for them to run through. Vergara and Prater are trying to work through about 7 defenders there in the center part of the field. Hudson early on did a really nice job working the ball up and back and side to side and trying to stretch that Menomonie defense. They get back to that. It's probably going to cause more problems for Menomonie. Here's Osterhues on the ball. On the turn. Gives it up. But is able to win it back. Cuts one defender. Takes on another. Drops it back for Prater, but sitting right there is Captain Nate Frank. Nice job by Frank. But here's Luke Johnson. Can he get the cross in? Finds for looking for Vergara. Great save by Burr. Only as far as Phillipson. Phillipson touches it, but ends up punching it past Thompson. Thompson does win it, though, to Prater. Now cuts it back. Errant pass there, and here comes a counter-attack opportunity. Greatly cut off by Sam Schultz. Wonderful job by the senior co-captain. Frank picking up the ball for the Mustangs. Luke Johnson picks off that pass. Frank pressures. Johnson touches it over to Prater. Prater looking for the run through. Can he split him? Nice run. Just unable to drive that pass through the gap. It was there. Nice job defensively, though, by the Mustangs. And here comes Phillipson pressuring the ball. His pressure nearly creates a turnover, but good job showing there by Frank. Nice job connecting some passes from Menomonie, and here they come. That's their captain, Adam Wilson. Co-captain. He's cutting the ball on Thomas Lerai. Lerai does a great job tracking back, but now he's finding some space. Over to View. Drops it back. Some pressure, good pressure there by Vergara trying to create the turnover. And that pressure does create a little bit of an errant pass combined with Phillipson's pressure, and it's a throw in for the Raiders. 50th minute of play here. It was a nice little stretch for Menomonie. They defended well. They connected some passes well. They were able to get the ball out of their half for a period of time. But good Hudson pressure. Created some errant passes and won the ball back for the Raiders. Cole Ober back to Lean. Pressure by Vu. But again, if you're going to pressure high like that, you really need to come up as a unit. And Menomonie as well, as 1 or 2 men will chase the ball, and that makes it pretty easy on the defense. Nice ball by Thompson to Vergara. Defended by 1, now 2 players. Nope, just 1. Vergara with a little step over. Deflected by James Schemenauer, but only for a Hudson corner kick. Number of corner kicks here for the Raiders. Prater's coming over again. 2 men from Menomonie. Tuesday night, it was all long balls into the box for the Raiders, and now it's short. Prater all the way back to Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson takes a touch with the left foot, blasted on net. That's looked like that was headed for the power post, deflected nicely by a by a Menomonie defender, and now Lerai is settling it. Still can't get out of the box. Can the Mustangs? And now they finally do. Nicely done by Captain Nick Frank there. Ober though wins it back for the Raiders. Touch back nicely to Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz turns away from goal here. and decides to just let Hudson reset a little bit and get some possession. Nicely switched there by Cole Ober, settled by Thompson. Vergara checking. Thompson plays it to his feet, and they just can't connect on that one. But Hudson again is able to win the ball back almost immediately, as they have all night long. Oh, what a nice first touch by Phillipson. Oh, my goodness, what a great play. Oh, 3 defenders taken on, and there just was no one showing for him there. He needed some help. He did a lot of work, but he needed someone to be there for him. They weren't that time. Prater with a quick restart. Over to Prater. Checking by Vergara. To Vergara's feet. One away nicely there by number 5, James Schemenauer. One back by Prater. Ball bouncing around a little bit. No one can kind of figure out who wants it. Prater holds on. Back to Ober. Another big switch. Settled by Johnson. To Sam Schultz. Back to Oshus. Look at the run by Johnson. Greatly found. Is he going to be able to get there? Not quite, but he's able to turn pressure. Can he win the ball back? Unable to. Does deflect out from a Menomonie throw-in, and here's going to be a substitution for the Mustangs. Number 14, Jacob Fenton checking into the game.
Now into the game for the Mustangs. Number 14, Jacob Fenton.
Fenton into the game. Senior co-captain. Wearing the number 14. Throwing for the Mustangs. Luke Johnson working hard, unable to win the ball back then. And then here comes Vu in the center of the park, but he's all alone. One errant touch, 3 defenders around him, and Hudson wins the ball back. Sam Schultz here for Hudson to Luke Johnson. Alexine settles, trying to swing it wide to Phillipson, but stepped up nicely by Forrest Strong to win the ball back. And now here comes Wilson, dribbling nicely past a couple of defenders. Ooh, great turn there by Lewandowski. Can this be the chance for the Mustangs? Cuts it back on Luke Johnson. Splits the defender, stepped up nicely by Lean, but he's unable to clear it. There's a shot over Denny's head, and it is in. A goal for the Mustangs, scored by number 8, Nate Frank.
Goal for the Mustangs, scored by number 8, Nate Frank.
So Frank gets Menomonie on the board here in the 54th minute of play. Number 8, Nate Frank, got a nice little chippy goal over Corey Denny. Not much the goalkeeper could do there when the ball just kind of bounced in Frank's favor, and he did a nice job. Oh, and there's another errant pass by Hudson. Prater working hard to win it back, but Lewandowski on the ball. Another long touch. Hudson settled a little bit, and Menomonie did a great job there. They got a little bit fortunate, and they took advantage of that fortune. A good fortune. Scored a goal. Luke Johnson going long, looking for maybe Phillipson, it looks like. Settled by Prater. Hudson still in command, 3-1 up. But Menomonie's had a little bit of life here early in the second half, and there's a lot of game left. There's Drew Osterhus. Holding the ball, looking for the cross. Going to find Prater. Prater settles it nicely. One defender on. Oh, poked away, and here comes Frank, the goal scorer for Menomonie. Over to his co-captain, Wilson. Wilson touches it on one. Oh, and it falls to Forrest Strong. Forrest Strong looking to find Vu. Bounces off Cole Ober's feet into Vu, and again, first time, great job recovering there by Luke Johnson. Vu for a second looked like he had a teammate there making the run down the right flank. But Luke Johnson recovers, wins the ball for Hudson, and here come the Raiders. Great first touch by Vergara. Great first touch, great ball. Here comes Phillipson, touches it around the goalie. Oh, and that's going to be the easiest goal he'll ever score. 4-1 Raiders. Great job, all made possible by a number of great touches by both players.
Goal for the Raiders, scored by number 2, Paul Phillipson. Assisted on the play by number 10, Santi Vergara. Phillipson from Vergara.
So barely a minute in the 55th minute after Menomonie got one back, Santi Vergara found an acre of space in front of the Menomonie defense, but the first touch was just something beautiful. He took it, he turned, he laid it off in front of him to allow his momentum to be carrying forward. He played a inch-perfect ball to Phillipson, just ahead of the goalkeeper. Phillipson's first touch was so soft, so deft, right around the goalie, and he just could dribble it into the net. Fantastic work there by the Raiders. And so the lead is restored in barely a minute's time to 3 goals. Hudson 4, Menomonie 1. Lariah looking for, maybe thought a runner might be going, looking for a quick attack there. Nobody running. Berg gets some pickup practice. Hudson again in a comfortable position. Looking not quite as smooth as they did at periods of time in the first half. Vergara making a good run down that channel between the defenders. Oh, looking to chip it over, but that's going to fall to Phillipson. Phillipson looks to shoot first time. Good idea. Execution pushes it a little bit wide. He isn't able to get his tips turned and get the ball on frame, but I like the idea from the freshman. Goal kick for the Mustangs from Tyler Burr. In the 56th minute of play, it's going to be a foul on Nick Thompson, pushing from behind. Good call. Adam Wilson gets the foul from Thompson. Free kick, Menomonie. As I was saying, we're in the 57th minute of play of this Big Rivers Conference boys soccer matchup between the Menomonie Mustangs and the Hudson Raiders. Hudson's leads 4-1. They took the lead in the first half in the 24th minute through Colton Prater on an individual effort. Sam Schultz scored in the 34th minute, assisted by Colton Prater. In the 38th minute, Santi Vergara made it 3-0 off a great header from a Luke Johnson cross. In the second half, less than 10 minutes in the 54th minute, Menomonie opened their account with a 54th minute goal again by their captain, Nate Frank. But less than a minute later, Santi Vergara connected with Paul Phillipson for the 4-1, and that's where we stand right now. Forrest strong on the ball there. Good numbers in defense by Hudson. Lariah to Schultz. Vergara checking into some space, draws the defender. Schultz errant pass. One nicely there by Wilson, and the Menomonie Mustangs are off and running. A little bit too far. Lean's got it, but Corey did him a lot of favors there. Left that a little soft. Nice job by Denning coming out to get it. Schultz to Johnson to Osterhues. Osterhues with the man on his back. Looks to cross it. Good job defensively deflecting it, and there comes Wilson. Prater defending. Over to the goal scorer. Oh, nice combination play, and that's going to fall to Wilson. He's got two men on him, but there's some space in the flank there for Strong. Deflected, but Strong's going to keep it for the keep possession for the Mustangs. Oh, good pressure from Vergara. Good pressure from Vergara. And Thompson. Nice job by the Raiders stepping up. And now they have numbers. It's a 4-on-3. Can they capitalize? Phillipson right away to Vergara. Oh, his first touch falls under his feet a little bit, but he attacks the space, and kicks it into Colton Prater. A little bit of frustration from Prater there. Drops his head. Doesn't stay in the play. Phillipson does. Oh, good defensive work there. Nearly gives it back away, though. Prater's working hard now. Prater's the only one working hard at that point in time, but almost by himself manages to get the errant pass. Osterhues recovering. Lean playing deep. Ball skips away from him there, making it look a little maybe more dangerous, getting a little bit more excitement from the Menomonie fans than otherwise would have been. But in the end, Hudson's able to restart their attack. Sam Schultz on the ball for the Raiders. Phillipson with a lot of space here. Oh, that's a great ball. Nicely done, but no one's up there. Great work by Osterhues. Nice run. Lovely ball from Schultz, but oh, look at what Osterhues does with it. Oh, my goodness, hit it, Lariah. Oh, what a fabulous goal. 59th minute of play. Thomas Lariah from Osterhues. How lovely was that?
Goal for the Raiders. Scored by number 4, Thomas Lariah. Assisted on the play by Drew Osterhues.
Thanks for emptying the bench on me, Saul. Hey, help me. Is it 11 or 12 in? Hudson emptied the bench here to get all their backups some time in the game, giving the PA announcer a little bit of work to do here to announce those substitutions.
last stoppage, entering the game for the Raiders. Number 1, Bennett Sparling. Number 3, Jack Bodick. Number 7, Cole Little. Number 11, Max Rohde. Number 12, Lucas Everson in goal. Number 13, Connor Johnson. Number 16, Tristan Beyer. Number 17, Connor Seidel. And number 19, Gavin Jacobson.
So Coach Solom, after a 59th minute goal from Thomas Loraya, assisted by Drew Osterhus, emptied his bench, inserting the rest of his subs in here. He's got a 5-1 lead. There's 30 minutes left in the game, giving them some good time to get some game time in. Bennett Sparling's in the game with as Jack Bodick. Cole Little's entered. Max Rohde's coming in. Lucas Everson with the goalkeeper switch is now in goal. He's a senior goalkeeper. Connor Johnson is in. Tristan Byers come in, as is Connor Seidel and Gavin Jacobson. So a pretty new lineup here for the Raiders. Colton Prater is still in. Tristan Beyer dropping back to give him some support all the way over to Jacobson. Jacobson on the ball now to Schultz. Jack Bodick on the far side, looking to make that run, sneak in the back. Nice step up there by Gavin Jacobson. Ball bouncing around, falls to Menomonie. Deflected off of Cole Little, thrown for the Mustangs. We're in the 62nd minute of play here. Hudson leads 5-1 over the Mustangs. They got 3 goals in the first half from Prater, Schultz, and Vergara. And they've had 2 so far in the second half from Phillipson and Loraya that came after the lone Menomonie goal from their senior co-captain Nate Frank. Good battle over there on the far side. Menomonie's able to keep the ball in play, carry time into the corner. Defensive work there by Jacobson, assisted by Schultz. Schultz able to keep the ball, and he's got 1-2 men pressure, and he tries to clear it up, but that one gets as far as Vu. Dangerous ball in the box here. Falls to Tristan Beyer. Tristan Beyer clears it out. Vu's unable to make the contact with it he wants. Ball's up high and out of play. We got a substitution here. Number 2, Shane Drazkowski coming in for the Mustangs.
Now entering the game for the Mustangs, number 2, Shane Drazkowski.
So Drazkowski enters the game for the first time for the Mustangs. He's a freshman, so he's going to be playing up in the midfield there, shadowing number 3, Jack Bodick at the time. Ball falls to Lean. Connor Seidel on the ball, takes 1-2. Oh, great effort. Love the running there from Seidel. Working to get it back from Wilson. Wilson cuts it back. Sam Schultz is there and clears it out with authority. Schultz having a little bit of conversation with Coach Solom there, gesturing about what he wants them to do with the ball. Jack Bodick on that near side, Connor Seidel, Sam Schultz. Schultz settles, loses the ball. That's James Schemenauer had the ball, and now it's back to Wilson. Wilson cuts it over to Vu. Vu, oh, unfortunate for Vu, but it does fall to Frank. Frank's got 1 man on him, 2 men on him. Looks to cut it across to the far side. 12, ooh, with a nice little spin there. Goodness, Liam Schwartz still on the ball. Finds Frank. Poked away nicely by Lean. Better pressure here with the Hudson second unit in from the Mustangs. But Hudson's got a break opportunity here. What can they do with it? Ball to Schultz. Schultz carries. Oh, again, such a nice ball there. Cole Little on the run. Can he cut it back? He's got a man behind him. Goes down. Referee tells him to get up. Cole Little again. Great physical battle. Now is a push. That's got to be a foul. Yeah, Little was frustrated, I would imagine. I think he thought he was fouled in the box there and got out muscled towards the end, and out of frustration looks like he just kind of clattered into the opposing player there from behind. Good call by the ref. Little up walking away. Menomonie with a restart. Ball came off of Vu there, thrown for the Raiders. Max Rohde checking it back. Settles off his chest. Vu pressuring Prater. Prater looking for Bennett Sparling. Just out of his reach. Sparling freshman. It's a not uncommon thing on this Hudson team. They have 1, 2 freshmen. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sophomores, and a number of the sophomores get some good time in the game. So it's a relatively young team. They do have senior leadership. They do have senior and junior upperclassmen presence on the team, but combined with age and varsity experience, this is a younger team for Hudson, or a less experienced one in any case. Max Rohde with the run there. Couldn't quite get to the ball. Working hard to win it back. Nice job there. And here come the Mustangs. This looks like this is going to be picked up here by, excuse me, by Connor Johnson. No, not Connor Johnson. My bad. By Luke Everson. My apologies. Connor Johnson's playing in the midfield. Nice job keeping it in there. But only as far as the Menomonie goalkeeper. Menomonie looking like they're getting ready to make a substitution as well. Looks like Luis Januario going to be coming in for them. Burr with restart, only as far as Prater. Prater sells it nicely off his chest. 2 defenders on. Sprays it over, looking for Rohde. Unable to connect.
Now entering the game for the Mustangs, number 3, Luis Januario.
So Januario in the game for the Mustangs. In for number 11, Luke Lewandowski. Lewandowski put in a lot of good work, especially in the early part of the first half, where he had a fabulous shot saved by Denning. Say foul on the Raiders. Free kick Menomonie in the 67th minute here. The game, Hudson leads 5-1. One immediately by Prater to Sam Schultz. Or Bodek, excuse me, making the run. Schultz looking to maybe slide it through to him, but they just had a defender sitting too far back, almost like a sweeper there. Not going to make that happen. Schultz now working hard defensively. Bodek recovers. That's good work. Hudson needs to find their shape defensively. Good work by Max Rohde there, taking on 1, taking on 2, out for a Hudson throw-in. Ball boy's got a little bit of work to do. Run down over, excuse me, Bennett Smarling's going to pick that one up. Throw it in quickly, looking for Bodek. Oh, given back to him, but again, one back by Menomonie, and back again by Bodek. Bodek back to Beyer. Tristan Beyer, 1 touch, 2 touch over to Alex Lean. Good pressure by Vu. Oh, really nicely done there under pressure by Alex Lean. Looking for Seidel. Unable to connect with the ball, but as it bounces back to him over to Jacobson, and what a great job. Early run by Cole Little. He saw it early. He took off. Gavin Jacobson found him. Shielded by 2 men. Here comes the third. Is he going to be able to beat all 3 of them? Nope, but he keeps the ball. Getting physical over on that side of the field. Jacobson bounces off and out. Throw in Menomonie. They're going to have a substitution here. Looks like number 6, Alex Brost, and number 13, Conrad Clem, are going to be entering the game.
Now entering the game for Menomonie, number 6, Alex Brost, and number 13, Conrad Clem.
So at the 68th minute of play, it is a 5-1 lead for the Hudson Raiders over the Menomonie Mustangs here at Raider Field. And it's going to be thrown for Hudson.
Oh, I was just cracking the joke.
Rohde on the ball for Hudson. Under pressure from 1-2 defenders. And he gets fouled. About 32 yards out here on the free kick. Colton Prater looks like he's taking the ball. We've got Rohde, we've got Bodek. Sam Schultz coming up into the box. Cole Little's in there. Seidel's running up. Alex Lean's getting up. Got just Tristan Beyer back. Menomonie has 0 players outside of the 15-yard line on the football field, so about 20 yards from goal. Their entire team is in that space. So Hudson can push forward many people as they want, and with a 5-1 lead, we'll see what they do here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right around the penalty spot. A couple hanging out around the box. Alex Lean cleaning up in the back post. Prater chips it up and in, looking to find someone. It's one strong in the air by Menomonie. But, of course, with no one there, Hudson's back to win the ball. Beyer touch falls a little bit behind him, but gets it over to Sparling. Sparling, Max Rohde's checking back. Looks to turn, finds Bodek. Ooh, splits it through to Rohde, but just ahead of him. Cleared out by Menomonie. Beyer's off his chest. To Prater. Nice and easy over to Jacobson. Back to Prater. Drops off to Lean. A couple honks. Looks like supposed to be some classmates or friends of the players driving by, saying hello. Oh, what a nice ball there by Sparling. Rohde able to settle it, drop it off to Schultz. Schultz over to Seidel. Seidel picks his head up. No pressure there from the Menomonie defense. Just really letting those Hudson midfielders take their time, pick their pass. Jacobson knocks it into the middle. Vu picks it up. Prater right there to win it back. We are now in the 70th minute play. Excuse me. We got 20 minutes left in this game. Hudson's leading 5-1. They've got all of their bench players in the game right now and have had them in for about 10 minutes since Thomas Lariah made it 5-1 off with a fabulously combined play from Drew Osterhus, who carried the ball in the corner, just absolutely put it picture perfect on Lariah's foot. Lariah's first touch settled right into space, and he so calmly tucked it into the net. Can they do it again? Rhodey looking over for Sam Schultz, making the run up, settled down there by Jacobson. Jacobson trying to win the ball, keep it in play for the Raiders. He does get it. He's got one man on his back. What can he do? He's got some support there from... That was Schultz. Nope. Schultz over there maybe, and now back up to Prater. That was Bodek, pardon me, over there on the flank.
Thought I saw the head.
Bodek working his way back over to the right flank where he's positioned. Ball runs past him just a little bit. Menomonie able to keep it in. Can they work it out of their half there? Good defensive shape by Hudson, really keeping the pressure on. And here comes Connor Seidel. I like the decision. There wasn't a lot of pressure. He was, about 20 yards out. Again, leaning back, not getting the knee and the body over the ball there to drive it. And so it sails over. Goal kick for the Mustangs. Prater carrying the ball over. Hudson took a few minutes for their second unit to just get their legs under them. You could see right when the second unit came in, they struggled a little bit. They weren't in the flow of the game. They didn't have the speed of the game down. They didn't have all their touch and their movement the way that they wanted it. And after a few minutes here comes Max Rhodey with a great opportunity. Physically takes on 2-3 players. What a great job. Finds Jacobson. Jacobson dropping it off to Little. And as I was saying, since first 5 minutes or so of the second unit coming in, they have reestablished the dominance that Hudson was showing early. Prater working hard to win that back. Cleaned up by Seidel. Back to Sparling. Sparling ends up finding Seidel to Rhodey. Rhodey's going to run at 1-2 players. Cutter on 1, cutter on 2. Great job recovering there by the captain. Clears out from a Hudson throw-in. Menomonie going to make a sub. Looks like at their next opportunity. James Schemenauer coming back in the game eventually here. But right now it's at Hudson throwing deep in the Menomonie half. Bodek in to Sparling, the freshman. First touch gets a little bit away from him. Works hard to recover, though. Alex Lean to Colton Prater. So easy on the ball. And good movement. Nice ball by Lean. Laid off nicely by Little to Jacobson. Nice combination play as they've settled in. Those players that haven't had a chance to play yet tonight, as they've settled in, game's starting to look the same. Nice job. Prater over to Schultz. Schultz back to Prater. We're looking for Rhodey, unable to thread it through. Number 8, Nate Frank has really done a nice job on both ends for Menomonie. Oh, great strike, great save. Oh, able to poke it away over Jack Bodek. That was going to be a goal if it weren't for a fabulous save from Tyler Bird, the Menomonie goalkeeper. Drops it back, finds Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz takes one touch, looks to shoot again, blocked by Frank. I think he's had such a fabulous game. He has worked so hard, done a great job defensively, and ended up getting the goal for the Mustangs as well. Kudos to him. It's the kind of leadership you need from a captain and a senior. Here comes Sparling, taking space. Looks to cut back. Over to Seidel. Seidel to Schultz. Just skirts past him. He's got Jacobson. Now everyone's going to the goal. Everybody's going to the goal. No one's providing any sort of support for Schultz there. Tries to just kind of chip it over the top. A little bit of collision. Out for a goal kick, pardon me. Corner kick. If I can get my words straight. Corner kick for the Raiders here in the 75th minute of play. Hudson leads 5-1. 3 goals in the first half, 2 in the second. All bracketed around a 54th minute goal by Nate Frank. Here comes Sam Schultz to take it. Max Rhodey gets in on the keeper. Big far post to Jacobson. Jacobson overran it just a little bit. Instead of driving through it, he was under it. And here comes some substitutions for Menomonie. Number 5, James Schemenauer, and number 11, Adam Wilson, coming back into the game. Or Luke Lewandowski, excuse me.
Now entering the game for the Mustangs, number 5, James Schemenauer, and number 11, Luke Lewandowski.
Off the goal kick, straight back to Hudson possession. Big over the top looking for Jack Bodek. Bodek's able to flick it on. Oh, nice idea, but again, good positioning, makes easy saves, and Burr was in the right spot. Right on that ball line, ready to go. I like Bodek's idea, though. Burr was out off his line a little bit, and certainly with the right chip would have been beaten. Couldn't quite get it on there, could Burdick, but love the idea. When you get less time than some other players, you got to take advantage of the time you're given, and so get after it. Prater goes to ground. No foul. Ball does come back to Byer. Byer to Everson. Everson's touched a little bad. Nicely done there by Lean. Seidel, ooh, looked like he was going to get hit, and he knew it. He didn't. Oh, and there's a good ball over the top from Schultz. Just a little bit too far. Just a little bit too far. Looking for Rhodey. The over-the-top balls have not been as effective as when he's played the ball through those channels between the outside and central defenders on the ground. Number of times he's just created some dangerous opportunities with really great long balls played through on ground into space. The over-the-top ones end up getting won by defenders or the goalkeeper in that case. Thrown for the Raiders. Little on the ball. Takes on one defender. Looks to split for Rhodey. Just looks like that's going to run out. Yep, good effort there by both players. But and the result is a goal kick for the Raiders and a substitution opportunity. Here comes Thomas Laraya.
Now entering the game for the Raiders, number 4, Thomas Laraya.
Nice job by Colton Prater tonight. One wonders if after that hard foul and a little bit of frustration or the hard contact, and Prater looked like he was a little frustrated about that not being called a foul. Wonder if that's just a nice job by Coach Solom of giving Prater a chance to cool off. It's a little frustrating to get taken down like that, and especially if you feel like it was unfair contact and it was not deemed as such by the referee. So Coach Solom chatting a little bit with Prater there, but overall a fantastic night from the sophomore. And here's senior co-captain Alex Lean on the ball, spreading it wide to Sparling. Takes his space, carries. Cuts it back, nothing there. Nice shot by Connor Seidel to fill into that space, looking like he was going to try and find Max Rhodey, unable to do so. Tyler Burr with the ball for the Mustangs. His last distribution ended up going out of bounds for Hudson throw and see if he can be a little bit more effective this time with his punt, and he is. But Sam Schultz steps right up and gives it the boot. I wonder if he saw Burr off his line and thought maybe a, 55-yard first-time volley goal would look good on his highlight reel. Back to Burr. Here we go again. Settled to Cole Little. Nice first touch. Into some space. Max Rhodey able to get on it. Not quite. That second touch was a little bit too far, but we're going to come back. Looks like the referee played advantage there that Cole Little got fouled. Wanted to see if Hudson was going to be able to turn that into something dangerous, and when it didn't, the referee correctly is able to call it back and give Hudson a free kick here. Good 40 yards from goal out on the left flank, Hudson's left flank. Little, the player fouled, is standing near the ball. Looks like it's going to be Schultz to take it. Hudson has 4 or 5 in the box again. Menomonie with their entire team in the box. Schultz lofted ball, unable to get it over the first defender. Lean wins it back, looking for Sparling. Lean back to Byer. Byer settles. Over to Jacobson. Good pressure there. Lewandowski coming, working hard. But again, if you're not going to press as a team, makes it pretty easy on the on your opponents. Sparling splits. Just unable to connect there between Laraya and Bodek. Restart for Menomonie. Laraya, oh, what a nice touch there. Settles it so nicely. Oh, Rhodey looking to reconnect with Bodek. One back by Seidel. Ricochets off to Jacobson. Jacobson back to Lean. Hudson is really, other than a stretch towards the end of, 50 First 5 or 10 minutes of the second half there, when Menomonie got their goal, Hudson has just controlled this match with movement, with passing, with tempo. Schultz here to Lariah. Lariah pokes it over, looking for Bodek, unable to do so. One back by Settle. Falls to Lariah, to Brody. Trying to sneak it through to Cole Little. Oh, I liked it. Lariah looked like he was going to go for the shot. Great job defensively to prevent it. Here comes Lewandowski, and here come numbers. Sparling. And one back so nicely. Bodek. He's got Lariah in the middle. Takes it. Lariah's got space. Looking to thread it through. Wonder if you don't carry it there with all the space he had in front of him. Over to Little. Lariah gets up into the box with Rhodey and Bodek. Out for a throw-in for the Raiders. Rhodey checking over. Settles the ball. Looks to turn. Loses it just a little bit, but only fars to Jacobson. Side all over to Lariah. One touch. Oh, what a great little 1-2 touch. That's an absolutely correct call. What a nice piece of skill. Pulled it back, touched it through the space, and gets taken down. Corner free kick on the top of the box. Good work by Lariah. This is a fantastic opportunity here in the 81st minute. Sam Schultz standing over the ball. About 20 yards from goal. Menomonie setting up a wall. Center referee Ben Gieman giving it the appropriate 10 yards, and here comes Schultz. Over the top, as a fan sarcastically pointed out, 3 points. Lore, pardon me, back into the game for Menomonie.
Now into the game for the Mustangs, number 4, Zeke Lore.
After that, Schultz's free kick was put over the crossbar. It's a goal kick for the Mustangs. Burr finds number 2, Shane Draskowski, unable to keep it in. To Bodek. Bodek back to Schultz. Cuts around Lore. Schultz is the head up to Lariah. Turns back to Schultz. Over to Lean. Hudson able to just push numbers up. They have everybody up in Menomonie's half. Tristan Byers the last man back, and he's 3-4 yards into the Menomonie half. Lariah looking to chip it over the top. Menomonie has everybody in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Their entire back line is inside the box. They're not pushing up. They're not trying to create an offsides line. They're just sitting in there. Their midfielders, their forwards are 10, 15 yards into their own half. Sparling won the ball. Good pressure by Laura. Sparling able to maintain possession. Back to Schultz. Schultz outside of the foot. Yes, perfect. Read that nicely. Nice piece of skill there by Schultz. Wins the ball. A little bit of pressure from Lewandowski. Maintains possession over to Lean. To Seidel. Picks his head up again. And Menomonie's able to kind of create some pressure, but as Hudson is able to move the ball from side to side, Menomonie just can't transition and shift that well. Already got a little bit turned around there. But ball only cleared out again as far as Lean. There's just no one to relieve the pressure for Menomonie right now. Lewandowski's up there all by himself, and he's dropping back so deep and that he just can't do anything to help him out. Nice job by Lariah, seeding that space into Bodek. Can Bodek do anything with it? They got a man at the back post. Crosses it in, looking for Rhodey. Nicely done there by this central defender. Jacob Fenton has done a really nice job, number 14 tonight. Lariah looks, turns, picks his head up. Frank breaks it, knocks it out. Schultz fighting with Lewandowski, wins the ball to Lariah. Lariah, nice first touch into Connor Seidel. Bodek needs to provide some width there. Now he decides to make a run. Good pass by Seidel. Difficult pass, and he was able to get into the space there for Bodek. Bodek one-on-one, drops it back to Seidel. Oh, beautiful touch by Seidel. Left-footed shot. Good play there by Connor Seidel. Both that pass to get it to Bodek and then to find that little pocket of space where Bodek could get hit back to him. I like the idea with the left-footed shot, just unable to put any enough pace on it to get it past the goalkeeper. Schultz wins the ball, though, in front of Lewandowski for Hudson. Lariah then gets it back after a little bit of ping-pong action. Bodek on the ball. One back. And Lore comes here now for the Mustangs. Starting to see tired legs here from Menomonie. They've just had to do so much work defensively. And Hudson's had more substitutions, more players in and out of the game. And now, especially with all their second unit in with fresh legs, that's just asking a lot of those Menomonie players. They look tired. They've put in a great effort tonight. Throwing for the Raiders deep in Menomonie territory. We're in the 85th minute of play. Looks like Cole Little was judged there to have not made a legal throw, which means Menomonie gets a throw in. Again, as I was saying, we're in the 85th minute of play. Hudson is leading this game 5-1. They scored 3 goals in the first half. 24th minute from Colton Prater. The 34th from Sam Schultz, assisted by Prater. They scored again in the 38th minute when Santi Vergara scored off of a Luke Johnson assist. Menomonie scored to start the second half in the 54th minute from their senior captain, Nate Frank, and then Hudson answered with 2 goals. One less than a minute later as Paul Phillipson scored from Santi Vergara, and then in the 59th minute, Thomas Loraya scored off a Drew Osterhuis assist. So that's where we stand. It's been 5-1 since the 59th minute, and about that time, literally when the last goal was scored, Hudson put all of their second unit in, and really the second unit's had a chance to practice possession here a little bit as well. Bodek back to Sparling, excuse me. Sparling to Schultz. Loraya settles it to Seidel. Seidel takes one touch, 1-2 men pressuring him over to Schultz. This is where it's clogged up. Again, a nice little outside of the foot pass. Little looks like he was trying to settle for someone. Couldn't find him. Good running from Lewandowski, but it's just, that's too much space to cover all by yourself. Ooh, a little bit dangerous there. Seidel won it back. And God, do you find Brody Lacey? Oh, what a great first time pass. Nicely done there. Great, even better work defensively there. I believe that was Toby Reedman there. Little was able to get inside of him, but he worked hard off that first touch and won the ball back. That was could have been a real tough spot there for the Mustangs. Sam Schultz out on the ball for the Raiders to Connor Seidel. Squares it to Thomas Loraya. Looks to chip it over to Little. Rhodey puts some pressure on it. Ends up at Little now. Back to Rhodey. Cuts. Little smartly to Seidel. Seidel looks to take a shot kind of up over the top. And I think he intended for the goalkeeper. But instead, it ended up being over the goal.
Now entering the game for the Mustangs. Number 8, Nate Frank. Number 10, Adam Wilson. Number 12, Liam Schwartz. And number 21, Forrest Strong.
Menomonie putting their key players back in here for the last couple minutes of the game. We are in the 88th minute of play. Hudson leading Menomonie in this Big Rivers Conference boys soccer match. Oh, nice little look flick there from Thomas Loraya to Sam Schultz. Enjoying his time on the field, playing the beautiful game. Cole Little on the ball. Schultz swings it over to Bayer. Bayer to Loraya. Really has had another nice little 1-2 around players. Loraya's done a nice job. Cole Little, nice little 1-2 exchange with Jacobson. Now Seidel on the ball. Pressure from behind. Drops it back to supportive Lean. Lean, oh, bad touch by Lean, and here comes Lewandowski. Can this be the chance for Menomonie? Lean recovers nicely, but Lewandowski's got a little bit ahead of steam. Turns on him. He's got some support coming now. Lewandowski takes a touch, looking to score. His shot was unable to trouble Hudson's backup goalkeeper, Lucas Everson, but that was absolutely their best and really, let's be honest, only chance at the second half here. Can they get another here as time winds down? Just seconds left in this half. Picked up by Everson. Distributes over to Sparling. 20 seconds left here. Menomonie's got to get numbers up if they want to get a 5-2 scoreline here. Run under Sam Schultz's foot, and here's Lure. Cleared out nicely by Bayer.
10, 9.
Oh, you still got a minute.
A minute 10.
Almost perfect. Max Rhodey on the ball.
Psychological warfare on this team, I see.
Seidel to Loraya. Sam Schultz looking for Bodek again with a flicked header. And again to Burr. So we're now in the final minute of the play. My time-telling skills are wanting this evening. 30 seconds left. Hudson up 5-1. Sam Schultz on the ball. Back to Bennett Sparley. No, Lohr steps in front, and again, here comes another opportunity at the very bitter end.
Good hustle, Luke. Let's go, Menomonie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. For real. That's the game. Congratulations to both teams. Have a great night.
And that is the final whistle here in Hudson as the Raiders defeat the Menomonie Mustangs by a final score of 5-1. Scoring on the night for the Raiders in the 24th minute, Colton Prater on a solo effort. That lead got doubled in the 34th minute when Sam Schultz scored off a Colton Prater assist. Santi Vergara finished the scoring for the first half in the 38th minute off an assist from Luke Johnson. In the second half, Menomonie opened the scoring in the 54th minute when captain number 8 Nate Frank scored for them. Hudson answered less than a minute later when Paul Phillipson scored off a Santi Vergara assist. And in the 59th minute, Thomas Lariah closed out the scoring off a Drew Osterhus assist. This has been Chuck Bublitz here with you on the River Channel, bringing you Big Rivers Conference Boys Soccer. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night, and we will see you next time.